All right, we should be good to go. Welcome back, everyone, to yet another Moonshire Monday. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to be back. So happy to be doing more work on the game. And today we're going to be talking about character controls, getting the controls of the main player character to feel as good as possible. And one of the big things that made me want to start talking about this is that this past weekend, a new game came out called Mina the Hollower. It's a game from the developers of Shovel Knight. I played through it, and I liked it. There was a lot to like. I loved it. There's really, really cool moments. And but I do have some parts that I didn't like, and I took lots of notes, and I'm going to be doing some comparisons between Mina and between this game, my game, to just so I can better understand what the different options are out there. Because, and I'll go ahead and I should show what the game actually is. It's this one. Is there a way to show the store page? Because I want to show the trailer. I guess I don't even need to show the trailer. I'll show the trailer after after we get started, you know. Sounds cool. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to get started in just a second here. But thank you so much for being here. I see a lot of folks in chat already, like Bayron and Kemi and Dan and Wolf and Radiboy, Ender. Thank you so much for being here. I haven't looked at the progress in a while. It's been coming and going. You know, really what the progress has been on Moonshire is that I made a lot of progress at first. And I published the Moonshire demo to Steam, you know. You can play Moonshire on Steam right now. It's playable, but it is a build from 2024 or 2023 or something like that. So it's a long time ago. It's a good game, still a good build. In fact, I might even compare this build to Mina as well, because there's some specific aspects that Mina does better, and I think there's some specific aspects that my game does better. Is it on the Steam demo? No, this is not. So all the stuff that I'm showing, in fact, all the stuff that I've shown in my videos and on my streams, probably for the past couple years, hasn't been published to Steam at all. It's just been, you know, the problem is it keeps getting worked and reworked. I keep adding things and then removing them. And really, it's also been a code thing. Recently, on the latest version of the game, I've been working on the UI, and I've been working on the physics. You know, I've showed off this map like this, the jumping system, and how I've been working on a level editor. I've shown that lots of times, but I haven't really worked on that for the past couple weeks. I've been working on other things. I was working on Necrozone for a little bit, and then I was working on music. I produced some new songs for the game, which I'm really excited about. And then I played Mina for a bit, and then I worked on the UI. I wanted to show the UI, is that I wasn't very happy with how the UI was set up, so I made this new system. It's a little bit cleaner. I like the cursor a little bit more. I made this drop-down control. This feels a little bit more stylized for the pixel art style of game. And this is kind of what I worked on over the past week, is a combination of all those different things. But I have running right now 2 different versions of the game, because this is my latest version that has the jumping and the level editor, but that's different from this version, which is a little bit more feature complete. It obviously looks more finished and polished. This is based off of the Steam build. This is basically the Steam build, but more developed. And essentially, I'm just taking all of this content, all of this good stuff, and reworking it into the new engine, and it's taking longer than expected. Imagine that. That's classic. Looks nice. Thank you for that. So is this a collab? No, it's not. I would love to collab with Yacht Club. If Yacht Club ever wanted to collab at some point, I would totally do that. But no, what I want to do is I want to show some of the early phases of Mina the Hollower, this game on Steam, and show off what its visual style is compared to mine, what the gameplay feels like by comparison, and I think it'll be really good because I also took notes. I took a big section of good notes and a lot of not good notes. So I have a lot of things that I want to talk about. And they relate directly to Moonshire stuff because I'm directly considering a lot of these things because some of them are good ideas on paper, but then when implemented, they feel a little bit wrong. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the music. I'm also gonna hide the banner. We don't need that right now. We're gonna play the game. Morning Child Kid chat. Yes, welcome. Thank you for being here. And let me know if the audio levels are good or bad. They should be okay. But I'm gonna take a quick look. Yeah, we'll watch the intro. We'll watch the intro. The intro of this game has the coolest pixel art. Oh, it's so awesome. Hello from Twitch. Hi, welcome in, Baron. Thank you. Game music could be slightly higher. I agree. I'm just realizing how much detail is in this scene. Dan, hi, welcome in. All right. Awesome intro. Yeah, I love that. So much good pixel art in there. And for my game, I would totally love to do something similar. Even this main menu, when I was playing through it, actually that's what inspired me to work on my UI, is because I was going through this options menu, and I'm like, this is so clean, it's so easy to use by comparison to what I developed. So that's what made me go back into my game, and I'm like, oh, well, I should probably make my control stuff a little bit better, because I have now these drop downs, which are a lot easier to work with. I think that the buttons look a little bit nicer. What's going on? Just playing a game called Mina the Hollower, and I'm going to be comparing it to my own game, because when I played through Mina, I had a lot of thoughts, and I had a lot of learnings. A lot of really good ideas, and a lot of things that I probably would do a little bit differently. But that's kind of the whole point of these. Let's see, I'm going to call it Chalicade. Whoops. Back. Chalicade. Okay. Does Mina support different languages? Probably it does, yes. Man, even this scene, just like right at the very start, they just put so much work into. It's actually one of my pros, is that they have these cinematic shots. Sorry, I don't want to cover up the screen. I call it cutscene vistas, which this kind of does too, where you're just getting a close-up look. It's a really nice trick that pixel art games do, especially modern ones, where since the game is so low res and you can't really tell what the characters are, if you have a up-close view, like a zoom-in shot like this, it gives a lot more personality. Because Mina's sprites are very small, but here you can see her very clearly, which is nice. Okay. The story is there are power generators, and we need to turn the power generators back on. So, off the bat, the style of the game is perfect. They really nailed it. I like these sprites. I like really everything about the presentation. It's really good. I like the character portraits, like in the corner. Hopefully nothing's getting cut off. No, it looks like it's okay. It's a little cut off. It's not perfect, but okay. Oh no, they're knocked out cold. Oh, it is a little bit cut off. Let me move it over. There we go. Yacht games are so good at pixel art. Yes, they are. They really know how to make good art style. Okay. This game has. This game is kind of like my modern Moonshire, where it has jumping. It has this 2D, or like this 2.5D experience. I think that there are times when the perspective is a little hard to understand. Even these things that I'm jumping over, it's not quite super clear all the time. Oh, and the other gimmick is that you can like dig underground. This is the boat swain. Last time I took the Night Star, so I'm gonna take the swords. Boy, boy. I love the sounds. Sound design is really, really good. I think it's pretty clear that the biggest inspiration for this game is, like, Link's Awakening, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh, so cool. The Nether Kraken. Oh. Bro. He's just like repeated. Stop. Okay, I'm getting owned. This music goes hard, it totally does. One thing I wanted to comment on with the music, I haven't heard for sure if they do it this way, but in Shovel Knight, they developed the music on actual NES hardware, so you could run it through an NES emulator or on actual NES hardware. They develop it using software that runs on hardware, I should say. And I have to imagine that this game does the same thing. Mina, wake up! You got the vials, because this is a Souls-like game. Okay. And off we go. So the big, like, mechanic in this game is that you dig underground, and while you're underground, you can, like, avoid attacks and stuff. So, like, if this guy attacks me, I can, like, go underneath of him. But then you can also go under into these holes, and this is where you save. Oh, there's a person here. The ship! I fled down here. Okay. One thing I'm going to point out before we get started. Take a look at the screen resolution. Is that, unfortunately, my game is able to fit any dimensions. So I'm able to play in this, like, square size. But when I make Mina into the square size, it has the black bars up top and up bottom. It's not able to, like, adjust the screen size. So if I, like, scale the window down, it's always going to maintain that same resolution. The music goes so hard, it does. I love this song. Uh oh, this guy's gonna attack me. But I would really like it if I could play the game in more of a square size so it fit my stream. I think in general, that's just like how a lot of games are, though, is that it is a lot of work to make a game adapt to different resolutions. I didn't tell you, I made the black bars lettering system for Love to Game 2. Nice, yeah, we were talking about that, I remember. This black bar system is pretty typical. That's a pretty good way of doing it. The Volt Hatchet. So, the other thing, look at this background. It's something that's easy to miss, but the background has so many layers of parallax. Yeah, the music just going so hard, so good. This guy here, welcome in. Playing a game called Mina the Hollower. Oh, this is another one. So, like, already we're seeing so many things from my review, my little list of good and bad things. I have puddles on the ground. So I'm gonna take a little quick look at this, where we have the really good UI, we have puddles on the ground. So these puddles I really like, and look at the parallax effect you have on them. What's going on? I'm comparing this game to my own game. I'm getting some ideas. So there's so many parallax layers. There's even parallax layers in the puddle, where you can see the clouds. Really love that effect. Ooh, man, this game hurts my hands. I streamed this on Twitch, which I'm live on Twitch now, by the way, if you want to move over there too. But I was streaming this on Twitch when it came out, and my hand was like cramping up. It hurt really bad. Oh, my friend's here. Someone's blocking the way! Right, you can burrow. So you can pick things up by burrowing underneath of it. That's cool. So really, this whole game is like revolved around burrowing and unburrowing. Would this game run on a real SNES? No, it would not. It is made with modern hardware in mind. And I was thinking about that as I was playing through this, is like, what cheats are there? And there's not very many. They do a very good job of sticking to true pixel art and being actual, like, representative of what an old school system would kind of be like. They cheat in terms of the colors. There's lots of colors, which isn't that big of a deal. They still make it look like it has a palette. It looks old school. It's really good. I love the color choices. And then the other thing that they do is they have sub-pixel movement. So when Mina walks around, she is moving at, like, smoother than 1 pixel per frame. She's able to move at half pixels. Like the way I'm moving right now, that is smoother than what an SNES could do, because you're able to move at a smaller distance than 1 pixel. And also, by the way, that's how my game is. My game also has sub-pixel movement. I can't go slow enough right now to show it off, but it does. And that's why these games can be so smooth. Oh, this is that one. I'm gonna open up this one. This one is the same way. This one also has sub-pixel movement. You can show the X and Y coords. That's right. You can show the X and Y if you can show that at Mina, I would love that. I know that you can show the screen resolution. So this is a really big factor that helps make it smoother. The interface looks nice. Thank you. Yeah. So let's go back to Mina. I'm glad we got this music playing. I love this music. It might get old after a little bit, so hopefully I can just, like, blast through. I'm gonna just keep moving. Thankfully, I'm a good gamer. I know how to play video games. So good. SNES or NES and SNES games calculate subpixels, but you don't actually move unless you reach up to a nearby pixel. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. That would make sense. Sorry, I was reading your chat and then I, like, walked into a cliff. That is the problem. How do streamers do that, by the way? How do streamers play games and read chat at the same time? I say I'm a gamer and then I walk directly into a pit. Future 34, hi, welcome in. I really do like being able to jump in the game. So in Moonshire, if you play Moonshire on Steam right now, you actually can't jump. You are stuck to the ground, but you do have the dodge. And I will say having a dodge is really nice. Nice whistling, thanks. I used to work at Dairy Queen and I would whistle while I worked and everyone hated it. Like they would get so mad at me for, like, whistling all the time. Guitar Hero streamers reach out while playing. That's insane. Multitasking like that, that's wild. That's a skill in and of itself. It's like, it's hard enough that you're playing songs on expert, but then you're also reading while doing it. Oh. These areas feel really simple by comparison to, like, the later areas, because this game is notoriously super hard. One of the negatives, I think, is it doesn't have quite as big of a problem as Silksong. So if you played Silksong has a problem where when you die in Silksong, you kind of have to redo a lot of the areas to get back to where you were, and it's kind of annoying. And this game is not nearly like that. Like, when you die in this game, normally it's not that long to get back to where you were. It's really quick. Whoops. But at the same time, there's some things, like, you see how my special weapon has SP in the corner? Like, that costs 2 SP. When you die, you lose all your SP, and there's ways to get it back, but it's not consistent. Oh man, I'm gaming. Bone up! Where can you play Mina the Hollower? It's on Steam. I think it's on consoles as well, probably. Oh, shoot. But just to clarify, in case anyone's coming in, Mina the Hollower is a game by Yacht Club Games, an amazing game. Oh my gosh, Allfather sent 5 gift mems. Thank you so much, Allfather. That's amazing. And look, it actually works this time. We got a few people that got them. We got Kemi, Itoma, Jumpy, Random, and Medi. Thank you so much, Allfather. I so appreciate the support. Thank you so much for the donation, gifting all those memberships on YouTube. That is so amazing. Thank you so much. Your support really means a lot to me. And on that note, we're gonna keep fighting mice. Is this a dungeon crawler? It's more of like a Zelda-like, Souls-like. I was watching an interview with Kyle, the developer, or one of the developers, and he was talking about how, like, someone asked him, is Link's Awakening your biggest inspiration? And he said, kind of, but the gameplay is more like a Dark Souls game. And he's right. When it comes to the combat, like what I'm doing right now, it really is Dark Soulsy. It's really Dark Soulsy. It is like Zelda, but Zelda doesn't have very fast-paced combat. There's no dodging. Normally the combat is revolved around puzzles, where the puzzle is how do I beat this thing, and then that's what you do. You just execute on it. Pixely Tunic in a way? Yeah, it totally is. In fact, one of my criticisms about the game is specifically related to Tunic. Fiery up. What game is this called? Mina the Hollower. But one of my complaints in my not so good section is, where is it? This. In order to run, you need to do a full jump first. And this is something that Tunic does. Where in Tunic, in order to run, you have to dodge and continue holding the dodge button, and then now you're running. And it's the same in Mina, where you move normally like this, but if you want to like run, that's just burrowing, so you have to do a full jump, and then now you're moving faster. And that's just part of the game. I think it works. It is good. But at the same time, it is a little bit annoying that like I want to start running now, but I have to jump first, and then now I start running. So there's a delay. And I think that delay is a little annoying, just a little bit. It's not that bad though. It's still overall a good system, and I like it. A little clunky, just a little bit. When you compare it, when you compare that to this game, where if you're fighting enemies, you can dodge out of the way immediately. It's very different. So, and I'll show a quick little demonstration of this. Hope you have a good rest of the day. You're gonna play Warhammer. Awesome. That sounds awesome. So in my game, like it's revolving more around dodge timing, and Mina is as well, but mine has the dodge, and that game reminds me of Link's Awakening. Totally does. So the aesthetic of Mina definitely is like that, but I'm kind of like talking about some of the gameplay quirks and some of the differences. Is that enemy in the Steam demo? No, it's not. This is one of the more recent ones. But I think this is one of my best enemies, and it demonstrates a lot of the different systems really well. So dodging out of the way, like timing your dodge, is really satisfying. But in Mina, since there's so much of a delay going into the dodge, a lot of the enemies kind of have to take a while forecasting their attacks, or telegraphing is the word for it. And I guess while I'm here, I might as well talk about the attack direction, because that's one of my other big concerns about Mina, is that you can only attack in the 4 primary directions. And in my game, you can attack in any direction. So when you're fighting this guy, you can like attack at an angle. But in Mina, it's really frequent where if you're at an angle, you can't hit them. It's really frustrating. So it's the same as like Zelda 1. When you're playing the original Legend of Zelda game, Link can only attack in the 4 primary directions, right, left, up, and down. But rarely do the enemies line up to be exactly in those 4 primary directions. You kind of have to situate your character in a way that they can hit it. So Mina's combat is more methodical about where your character placement is. And my game, it's so flexible where you can attack in any direction, where even diagonal attacks, you can do full combos with them. It's really good. Or I shouldn't say good or bad, I should say it's different. And Mina is definitely more difficult, more challenging. Aw, she's sleepy. Man, I love the aesthetics of this game. They nailed their pixel art. I really love it. Yeah, I'll demonstrate the directional thing in just a second. Like here, It would be nice if I could stab him in a like aim towards him, but I have to just line up Mina to be on one of its primary sides. It's just not that big of a deal. That's just part of the game. It's like the original Zelda games or Castlevania. This game has a lot of Castlevania influence as well. Oh, all that was for a side thing. Where do I go? I was like, oh, I was like talking for so long that I forgot what direction I was supposed to be going. Movement from the enemy to the target doesn't feel fluid with the interpolation. Oh, you mean how it like snaps you to the enemy? Really, I love that. I hate the swing effect of the movement from the enemy. If you're I can't tell if you're talking about my game or this one, but yeah, in this game you don't snap at all towards the enemies, while in my game you kind of like lunge toward them whenever you attack. And actually the lunge is it varies. Sometimes it's a big lunge and sometimes it's a small one. Where do I go? I got lost. I started talking for a while and I can't remember where I was supposed to go. I guess this way. Oh, I'm supposed to go this way. See, I forgot where I was going because I didn't realize I was up high. So right now, like, Mina is up on top of this bridge. And I think it does make sense that Mina is up high. But like, you fall down here and I guess it works. When you walk under the bridge, there's like a shadow where Mina gets cold, or gets not cold, dark. I need to go back up. Look straight out, GBC totally does. Yeah, I love the aesthetic of this game. It's so cool. Whoops, I'm so bad. Definitely the most. I take the most damage. What is Mina the Hollower? It's a game by Yacht Club Games. If you've ever heard of Shovel Knight, Shovel Knight is a really, really popular game, and this is their next game. That just came out, and it's really good. But I'm playing it because it's really similar. It's really similar to my game. So we're playing it to like compare. Is the game paid? Yes. This game costs $20. Whoa. I'm just like kind of spamming. Oh, be careful. Oh, it's made by them? Yeah, it is. That explains like why it's so hyped. This game is so hyped because it's the Shovel Knight people. They know what they're doing when it comes to games. They make good games. I need a key to go through this. I don't have one. Oh, there's a key. I don't have any. I don't have any vials. I'm with Lyle's guard. Okay. Oh, a little secret. No, I like the dagger more. I prefer the dagger. This is not Devlog stream. Well, it kind of is, because I have a lot to discuss about this game. I'm not just playing Mina for the fun of it. We are playing it to discuss the good aspects, and there's a lot to discuss in terms of good things, because this game is just so stylish. The music's awesome. Like, listen to that music. So good. So nice. But there are a lot of things that I ended up not liking about Mina. Really some annoying aspects. The game overall I love. And I think it's really important that when you love a game, it's important to acknowledge where its faults are, or like what you would personally change to make it slightly better. And this is a list of all the things that just got on my nerves or just wasn't quite right. Is there diagonal movement in this one? Yes, but yeah, exactly. You can't attack in any direction. You can move in any direction. I guess it's not any direction. I'm trying to move in a 20-degree angle. It's not any direction. It's 8 directions. You can move in 8 directions, but it's actually really fluid. Where I think she has momentum. Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna die. I ran out of vials. I don't know what to do. Oh, bone up! Oh, I think I'm gonna heal from this. Yes! No, I forgot to... In all directions, whoops. It wouldn't have the Zelda feeling. I think it works. I think for this game, you're right. When I do direct comparisons, though, I play a lot of Souls-like games, and the Souls-like genre has evolved a lot since Link's Awakening, since the early Zelda games. And I think the early Zelda games really work well in terms of its combat, but this game is trying to be really ambitious with its like Souls-like nature. There's a lot of really hard fights, a lot of crazy bosses, and when the controls and the attacking feels as stiff as they are, because they're intentionally stiff to replicate old school games, compared to Moonshire, which is very smooth in terms of its direction. Here, I'll open it back up again. What's a Souls-like game? Sorry, that's just a game like Dark Souls. And Dark Souls is a game with really fast combat, and it's challenging but also methodical, where it's fast-paced, but as long as you know the enemy's attack patterns, you can dodge and move around it nicely. And when I play my game and do those fights, it feels smooth by comparison to Mina, but that's not necessarily. But that's just because they're different games. This is trying to achieve like that retro game feel, that retro style, and so it goes for gameplay that suits that. At the same time, though, I personally prefer how my game is. That's all. And actually, I think I made a video specifically about that. I'm gonna pull up that video after this. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die. Did I miss like a save spot? Because I'm out of vials. I need to be really careful. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. I'm really close to dying. Yes! Awesome. Cosmo, hi, welcome in. So it's just incredibly hard. It's a little bit more than that, but yeah, that is a factor. The other factor is being able to dodge, and the way the experience works, how you have the bones and you lose your... Oh, come on. You lose your bones if you die. I am just screwing up so bad against that guy. Four directional attack only. It's certainly... It's just different. It's different. I still like Zelda 1, even though it only has 4 directions of attack. But at the same time, it becomes really hard when you need to attack something that's at a diagonal and you can't hit it. I need to find a safe spot, please. Give me a safe spot. Oh man, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Whew! Man, the perspective is so strange sometimes. I see there's a secret. Oh! Got so many bones. Got membership from Allfather. Yeah, he did a big gift membership thing earlier. I think I'm gonna save the bones. I'm gonna save the bones. So I played some Moonshire demo and discovered a bug. Is it possible to get stuck after you open the chest and your character goes down? Oh yeah, I noticed that too. That is a problem. You're totally right about that. Why do I do gaming now? I've always done gaming. How's the jumping feel? I think the jumping in this game feels great. I love it. I think it feels good. Because they didn't commit to going full old school with that. If you ever played Castlevania 1, in Castlevania 1, when your character jumps, you are committing to a jump. You have to get up your momentum, and once you start jumping, you continue that arc up until the moment you land. And this game isn't like that. You can jump and retreat like this. That's pretty good. That's huge. Being able to do that makes it feel really good. And also, by the way, Moonshire does that as well. You have a lot of control with your jump. Moonshire has a little bit more momentum involved, though. They're both good. They both have really good jumps. So this game has a really good jump. I'm a big fan of it. I should play Castlevania. I haven't yet. I think that Castlevania is worth playing. I would recommend Symphony of the Night. That's my favorite one. I think that one holds up the best out of all of them. A lot of games do that. Yeah, you're right. But you have to specifically design it to do that. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Oh no! Whoa! I forgot that you had to fight this guy. Oh my gosh! I'm getting owned! Oh my gosh, he's wrecking me. I need a heal. Oh, he got me! Okay, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. Okay. So this is what makes it like a Souls-like, for better or for worse, is that there's corpse running. This is another Souls-like mechanic that personally, I don't like at all. I think it's annoying. Because now, all of those bones that I earned, they're at risk of being lost if I die again. So I have to go back to where I just died to reclaim that spark. Otherwise, I lose a lot of progress, or you lose some of your experience, basically. And I don't really like systems like that. I think it would be much more fun if, like, I had to explore, or I had the option to go explore elsewhere. But right now I feel kind of constrained, where I kind of have to go right back to where I just died. Rip indeed. Whoa. Oh, I lost my weapon. That's another thing. So you lose your weapon when you die. I lost my dagger. I don't like that. That's just annoying. Ow. So this game does this thing where it creates problems and then solves those problems for you. So, for example, I'm complaining about how it's annoying that I don't have my weaponing right now, but then they have these like upgrades that make it so that you can find weapons easier, or you can store weapons, or they don't get lost on death. Oh, jeez. But it's like they could just design it so that you don't... I just wish it was a little less annoying. And same with my SP. Like, you lose all your SP when you die, and you have to refill it. And I think that's a little bit annoying. Nearly stopped playing Hollow Knight due to the frustration I got from losing like 4,000 Geo. I understand that. That is a classic Souls-like dilemma. How often do you work on Moonshire? I work on Moonshire every single day. So, like, even though I do take breaks to play games and stuff, I definitely am working on Moonshire every single day. I was just showing earlier in the stream how I was working on the UI. The UI is really annoying to work with, and it's all custom made. I made this drop down and stuff, but I was inspired to work on the UI because I was playing Mina, and I really like Mina's UI. Look at this UI that it has. I love this pause menu. I think it looks really nice. So I was playing through this game and felt inspired, and that's why I decided to do this little stream where I'm showing it off. But anyway, I think that I'm going to show more of... I was talking about something... Yeah, you respawn with 0 SP, and there are tools to help get it back, but it still is kind of grindy, and you can easily forget. It's the same problem that Silksong has. I talk about Silksong a lot because Silksong, I think, is an amazing game with some overbearingly tedious mechanics that make it a little too annoying for me to recommend. And this game is not as tedious as Silksong. Silksong is way more tedious than this game is. But I see some of the same habits, basically. Sheik, hi, welcome in. Bottom right, the skull and the death count. No, the bottom right next to the skull is the number of bones I have. It's like the currency. Oh! They're fighting each other. That was weird. Oh, yeah, I guess those are like bad guys. Woo. I'm remembering that there's a little secret over here. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this yet. Oh, man. You have to discover this some other way. I forgot about that. There's another secret on the other side. I'm gonna see if it's there. Worked every day, and it was so much easier. I think that's a good call out about how when you take a break, it can be hard to come back. For me, it's the opposite, where I like taking breaks and working on something else because I just feel refreshed. Because right now, for example, in Moonshire, I'm really needing to get this level editor working and finished. And I should ideally spend all of my time specifically working on the level editor because that's the highest priority item. But the problem is, it's easy to burn out when you spend weeks and weeks and weeks working on the same feature when I want to work on the game. I don't want to spend all my time like dealing with this tile set stuff. It is so tedious and annoying. So sometimes it is okay to take a break and work on something else. Either a different feature in the game or a different game entirely or a different project just to refresh. I think that's better than like feeling so defeated and burnt out from all that stuff, you know. Reminded me of Moonshire and what's possible in the genre. Me too. I felt that way. I felt that way too. I'm really excited by this game. I get so many cool ideas from it. Was the game ready to play? You can play the current version of Moonshire on Steam right now, but it's an old build. Excuse me, an old build where like the jumping's not there yet. Trust me, I am very eager to get the game out for people to play. I'm going to kind of button mash through the little story beats so we can continue on, because there's a lot more I want to talk about and show off. Her invention has led us here to this moment. The Ossex Orphanage Wing is officially open. Oh, that's so nice. I'd enable some modifiers in Mina. This game is brutal. It is so hard. It is so hard. This is my full-time job. In a way, yeah, working on the games, working on YouTube is the full-time job. That's true. What do you think about early access before game get ready to get feedback? So this is the thing about early access. Early access means that you're selling it for money. And if you have enough of a product that you can sell for money, then sure, I think that's fine. But early access is not really an excuse to put out like what am I trying to say? I would be cautious not to let early access be a stopping point, because a lot of people do that, where they release a game on early access and then it kind of just ends at that point. Daily indie game stream on YouTube. I mean, I would love to play more indie games on stream. I do like doing this. Stop, Hollower. All right. Woo. So look how long his windup is. All of his attacks have a pretty long windup, so that it gives you time to get underground. Or you kind of have to predict when he's going to attack, I guess. That's the other thing, too. This boss fight style looks fun. It is. I love this type of boss. I think this type of boss works the best for this game, because there's a lot of bosses in this game that are, like, huge, and I think that huge bosses don't really work for this style. Ooh! Oh, that was close. How's the progress going on the game? It's going good. I'm going to show a little bit more of it in just a second, but I've been jumping back and forth between this game. This game is called Mina the Hollower and Moonshire. So Moonshire is my game, and I'll show that in just a second. But when I was playing through Mina, I just got so many good ideas, and I'm so inspired by this game. It's really cool. Ow. Uh-oh, I gotta be careful. Oh. Ah, he's slashing. Okay, I gotta heal. There we go. The fast, tiny ones that are hardest. Yeah, I think what makes the big ones hard is that it's kind of hard to figure out where their hitboxes are. This game is a fully flat game, and it is a little bit challenging, kind of like my game. Is it a little bit hard sometimes to tell how tall something is, or like where the top of his hitbox is? Like, when I hit this guy from his head, it makes sense, but when it's a really giant, like, big boss, sometimes it's hard to tell. Whoa. My Moonshire demo's free, but this game is not. This game is $20. Oh, my hand hurts. Ow! Oh my gosh. That's the true challenge of this game, is to get through it without hand pain. You know, even this, like, first boss is kind of challenging. Whoa. Man, I'm getting a little bit spicy. So close. There we go. Playing as part of game dev? In a way it is. So, earlier in the stream, I was criticizing Mina because you can only attack in the 4 directions. And I think it is kind of limiting, where I'm gonna pull up my YouTube video where I talk about this. Probably 4 years ago, I made a YouTube video specifically about how I want to change the game. I want to change Moonshire away from being a game where you can only attack in one direction, and instead it's a game with like or you're able to attack in any direction. And the reason I came to that conclusion was because I played Cult of the Lamb, and I really liked Cult of the Lamb so much. So give me a second while I find this video. It's gonna take me a second. It's this one. It's called Modernizing the Gameplay. Stop looking at my recommendeds. We don't need to see those. So in this video, here I'm gonna turn Mina down. We don't need to hear these noises. Audio. Okay, we're gonna take a break from that, and we're gonna take a look at this YouTube video. And this is a video that came out September 14th, 2022. And this describes exactly the problem that I ran into when I was making this game, when I was working on Moonshire. And I think it's the same problem that Mina kind of has, and I wanted to show it. From the beginning, this series has been all about creating a game that was based off of the Legend of Zelda series. There's so much I like about these games, especially the open worlds to explore, the dungeons, and the sense of progression you get as you play. As I'm creating my game, though, so this is what it used to look like.
It's apparent that the combat in the 2D Zelda games is a little too simple. The fights tend to be pretty slow-paced, and there isn't too much strategy involved. I really noticed this when I was playing through Cult of the Lamb recently. This game has a very fun combat system, and when I compared it to my own game, I felt like mine just fell short. There are lots of modern 2D action games that implement combat in more interesting ways than the Zelda games.
Look at this!
The indie game Hyper Light Drifter.
Look how good Hyper Light Drifter looks!
Very fast and action-packed, you have a lot of options in combat, and everything is much flashier than Zelda. At this point, I began thinking of ways that I could improve my own game. In the end, the list of things I wanted to improve on was kind of long, so I got to work creating a new version of this game that fixed a lot of these issues. I
Goat Game Maker game totally is.
Graphics to simplify a lot of the environment, make things less repetitive in the background, made different trees to fill the empty space, improved how the water looks with the randomized waves, and most notably, I updated all the art to use a new color palette, specifically one that uses less saturated colors. I should mention that
I'm pretty sure I'm
going
to talk about the multiple
I'm
directions.
posting all of this primarily to get more feedback.
Old Moonshire,
if you have
yeah.
any thoughts on any of these changes, let me know in the comments. But now that I had a new art style, I next wanted to focus on the bigger issue at hand, the combat system.
The combat system.
Just like the Zelda games, I was worried that my combat was a bit too simple and slow. I really want combat that's more like Hyper Light Drifter. You can attack and shoot in any direction, there's a dodge, everything is fast-paced and challenging, all great things for a game like this. But there was one aspect of my game that I felt was blocking any updates, and that's the main character. From the start, he was designed to only attack in the 4 primary directions, and adapting this to incorporate diagonals didn't feel feasible. He's also a bit tricky to animate, and making something like a dodge roll is something I know I would have a very difficult time making it look good. So I made the tough choice of designing a new player character, and this is what I landed on.
That's how
It has
Lua
a
was
more
born.
unique design than before, and it's a more neutral character that anyone can identify with. I was able to put in the roll animation I was talking about, and best of all, when I put in diagonal attacking, like with the bow, it looks pretty good. The reason this works is because I intentionally made my new design so that the direction it's looking is more ambiguous, sort of making diagonal facing sprites, so no matter which direction I shoot the bow, it still looks good and natural. And the sword works really nicely for this as well. No matter the direction, the sword swipe still
From
feels
Legend of
like
Lua
it
to
fits
Moonshire,
the
exactly.
animation. Now to make things more flashy. When I hit an enemy, I added a bunch of particles that fly off, there's some screen shake, and I put in a slight impact pause as well.
Those particles
I
are
also
from
reduced the
Hollow
knockback
Knight.
on the sword, making it a bit easier to combo
Those
enemies.
white circles, when
These
you hit
changes
things in
alone
Hollow Knight,
make
they
the
do the same
combat
thing.
feel so
That's
much more
just
satisfying.
exactly from Hollow
I've shown
Knight.
the bow and the sword so far, but I also adapted the boomerang to fit this 360-degree
Good sprite
attacking
design, thank
setup,
you.
behaving basically the same as before, but it works in any direction. And I also updated the hook shot, which I've changed to be
Oh wow, remember the
it's
hook
much
shot?
faster than before,
Woo!
and it also works in any direction. Technically, I also updated the bombs to be placed in any direction, but I have different plans in mind for these where you throw them rather than just place them on the ground. And that's where I'm at with this game. I understand that I showed a lot of changes here, but I really am interested to hear what people think of the new direction. Do you think changing the combat
The hook
to
shot
be
was
more
buggy.
modern
Oh,
and
yes, it
fast-paced
was.
was a good move? Or do you actually prefer the more
Is that
retro
bombs?
combat? Any
In one of
feedback at
these
all is
versions, I
greatly
do.
appreciated.
Actually, in the
whole
Legend of
project
Lua
is still
version
open source, by the way.
online.
You can find that link in the description. Also, leaving a like on the video helps out a ton, and feel free to subscribe for more game development content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
That's a good video. I'm gonna show GitHub. No. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess GitHub Legend of Lua. So that game that I was showing is open source, and you can play it in your browser. And I think this version does have the bombs in it. Yeah, it does. Oh, it has. Oh, sorry. These are like the place bombs. That's not very interesting. I'm thinking of the ones that you throw. That's more interesting. I like those. I don't know if I have a build. I probably have a build somewhere that has those, but I don't really want to pull that up. MOONSHIRE, yeah. You referenced that code many times. Awesome. I'm happy that it was helpful. But with that out of the way, we're gonna continue on with a little bit more Mina. Oh. Throwable bombs are in like 0.7. That sounds about right. I do want to bring those back, by the way, because I was watching gameplay footage of using the bombs. Yeah, because you could bring the bombs into like the dungeon, so it must have been around that point. Oh, I didn't turn the volume down. Sorry, it's really loud now. Okay, let me know if it's too loud or the levels are off. What's a new game? It's not my game. So this is a game by Yacht Club Games, who made Shovel Knight. If you ever heard of Shovel Knight, this is their new game. And I'm just a really big fan of their work. I'm a really big fan of anything that they put out, so that's all I've been doing. I'm not going to spoil that. Let's go this way. Oh. Yes, these. Look at this. Dude, I love that. I love that. They're just like little vistas. Small cinematic vistas. So cool. It gives these areas so much more life. It goes a long way. I would love to commission Tris Pixels to make some stuff like that. Well, and actually he did. I've shown this. I showed this last week. I'll show it again real quick. Is we have a vista that we're working on in MOONSHIRE for the opening scene. If I go to my parallax, sorry, give me 1 second while I pull it up. Because it's worth showing off. It's really similar to what we just showed. This one. So, at the start of the game, you're going to look through a telescope and see a castle in the distance. And Tris Pixels made this awesome this awesome panorama scene, or like the cinematic scene, just where you can get this up close view. Has all these different layers to it. Looks so nice. And I could make it parallax too, where like the spires are on different layers. So this means view in Spanish. Yeah, I remember that. I wish I remembered more Spanish, because I took a lot of Spanish classes in high school. How long did that take? I can't imagine. I bet it took a long time. But Tris Pixels is also very talented, so he's able to make things really quickly, I bet. I can't remember what stuff I can do right now. Turn the game volume down slightly. It is a little bit loud, you're right. My bad, thank you. I'm gonna go this way. Take French in Canada. Barely remember how to count to 20. Chow Chat is having a lot of delay. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's not too bad. And maybe refreshing helps. I'm just gonna go this way. That's blocked. I'll go up this way. I love my expensive kite. Look how high I can go. I actually didn't figure out what to do with this thing. I never did this in my playthrough. I beat the whole game and I never figured it out. Oh no! I got rocks. I don't want that. I took 4 years of Spanish. I don't remember any of it. Okay, this is not going very well. I think I am gonna go a different route. Do I still stream every Monday? Yes, I do. Every single Monday. I don't think I've missed one for over a year. Just got here. Hi, welcome in. Is Shout Chat open source? Yes, it is. It is on GitHub, so you can check out Shout Chat if you want to see the code there. Let's see. It's tough you don't live in French areas. I think in general, the rule of thumb is it's hard to learn a language when you don't live somewhere where people speak it. I know all the secrets now that I played the game already. Oh! So in like a regular Souls-like game, you would normally be able to like dodge as soon as you see the attack wind up happening, but this game is a little bit more methodical. I can't wait to play this. Oh man, I love this game. But, and it's funny, when this game came out, when Mina the Follower came out, and I was like watching the trailers, watching gameplay, and I saw that it was reviewing amazing. I got like 10 out of 10s. At first I was nervous. I'm like, oh, well, my game is also kind of like this. I'm worried, is this game going to one-up me? It's kind of like if I was working on a, I'll just say, in one of Gudgis's videos, one of his recent videos, he was talking about how he felt a little unsure about Dewdrop Dynasty when Silksong was coming out. He's like, I don't want Silksong to one-up me. And I think that's a fair thought. And I felt that way about this, because I see the sprite work of Mina, I see how it controls, how it looks, and it's like, it's doing all the things that I want to do, but it's doing them really well. And now that I've played through the whole game, I don't really feel intimidated anymore. These games are really different. When I play Moonshire, it feels like a very different type of game than when I play Mina. They do have similar inspirations, though. This game definitely has like the inspiration of Zelda games and Link's Awakening, that sort of stuff. Was the Shadow dropped?
No, not exactly. Actually, I think they've talked about Mina the Hollower for years now. In fact, I watched Game Grumps play Mina the Hollower 4 years ago, so they've definitely been working on it a long time. Dewdrop is now coming to Steam. Yes, it is. July 21st. So be sure to wishlist Dewdrop Dynasty. That's another YouTuber, Gugis's game. Moonshire feels a bit more open. I think that's by design, is that this game is replicating the old Zelda games where it's more like a screen size. And I think that's part of why this game has the fixed resolution. How even when I make the game small like this, whoops, it still keeps the rectangle shape of the game. But Moonshire isn't like that. If I take Moonshire and I squeeze it down like this, it's going to adapt its shape perfectly. Like you can play the game. You can play the game however you want. So it will adapt to a mobile screen just fine. You can adapt it down to be like a tiny window like this, or a tiny. You can like if an ant had a cell phone, you could still play Moonshire with this few pixels. It works perfectly. So I do kind of wish that more games would strive for something like this, because I appreciate it. I like playing games at odd resolutions, but also Mina has a big focus on contained rectangular maps. Like this area that I'm in is a big zone, but there's a lot of zones that are just like the exact size of the screen. So you remember the video about this feature? Yeah. I'm very proud of it. -4-3. I think that's fine too. Wouldn't cutscenes be tougher with dynamic workflows? Yes. Yes, they will. You have to fully account for it. And you have to allow like repeating textures. So if you have a background, it can't just be one. Whoops. Sorry, I was talking with my hands. It can't just be one background. It has to be a repeating background, so that no matter how wide the screen gets, it'll adapt properly. So fun playing through this game when I know all the tricks. I know how to do this. This is hard, but I think I can do it. Ah! Oh, I love this song. This is so cool. No! Will you still make videos after the drop of Moonshire? Yes, definitely. Yeah, I love making videos. I'm never gonna stop making videos. I do need to find like a flow where I can make them without it like obstructing my work too much. Oh, come on, I'm like dying. Woo! I can't. Oh, I can. Yes! We made it! I'm so close to boning up. It's gonna be amazing. Oh no! Okay, that was bad. Oh, I don't have a key. I don't have a key. I can't go through. That's sad. How do I get back? I think I can go south. Another big games after Moonshire. I'm never gonna stop making games. Bone up! I think after Moonshire, I want to make a 3D game. I've never made a 3D game before, and I want to try that. But I'm going to be working on Moonshire for a while. I'm not sick of it at all. I want to keep working on it. Oh, dang it. I got a little bit spicy. Moonshire went, I don't know. I know it's taking a while. I'm sorry about that. No! Oh, this is hard. Oh my gosh, that was so close. I don't have any vials left. Woo! No! Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm not tired, I want to keep working on it. Last time we heard that I had to wait 4+ years. I mean, you're right. The truth is, though, I am not tired of working on it. It's 4 years and I'm still working on it. I think that's pretty good. But I'm with you that, like, when
it is important to actually put products out though, because like me just repeatedly saying, "Oh, I'm working on it," that's no good. You need to actually release things. I need to be careful. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm really close to dying. Bone up! Oh, I'm gonna heal from this. We'll do this. Nice! We're in good shape. Nice. And by the way, if anyone's like out there wanting to be a game developer, wanting to make games, always remember to like take it one step at a time. Because a game like this, like Mina or like Moonshire, it is super ambitious and time consuming to pull that off. So it's okay. I need to go through the cave again because I needed to go north. Go on chalake.com/games and you can see a lot of my old games. And a lot of those games are so simple and basic. Uh-oh. But it takes time to like build up those skills, if that makes sense. Let's go this way. What a lovely chill evening. That's nice. Make 100 small ones? Yeah, that is, I know that it's annoying that that's what everyone says, but it's true. Oh my gosh. I like these Contra, like those are like literally just Contra cannons. Oh wow, this really is an optional key to unlock. You don't need to use a key here. I didn't realize that. And Contra mentioned, oh yeah, I love Contra. When I was a kid, we had an arcade cabinet that my dad like built, and it had a bunch of NES games on it. And I didn't realize, but they used to make NES games compatible with arcade machines. And it's true. I've definitely seen Super Mario Bros. On arcade machine as well. And I think they're legitimate ones. But anyway, we had Contra on that arcade machine. I thought it was awesome. I'm gonna keep the umbrella. Favor up in Mina. I like the swords the most. I go back and forth between the swords and the whip. The whip is good for specific bosses, but I like the swords. Whoops! Oh shoot! I like the swords overall. I'm out of vials, so let's go back to town. I'm excited to show off the music that I made this past week. I was working on the main menu theme. I'm working on the overworld theme on emulator, and I was saving and loading every few seconds. It's hard. Like we would never make it very far because it's so difficult. Ah, all the way. I have 300 bones to spend. Oh, I have a lot more now. 390. Bone up! We're gonna wait. Do I use FL Studio? Yes, that is what I use. If any games like this keep getting made with low system requirements, I hope so. That's one thing that I'm striving for. I want my game to work on a cell phone, and I also kind of want to work in a browser. Because if something runs in a browser, that's like future-proof in a way, as long as the internet continues, as long as web browsers persist. Headed south through the burnt town. Okay, let's go there. Web ports of Love2D games easily? Yes. These days, well, it requires some knowledge and some understanding of web tech in general. But there's this repo called love.js, and try to find the one that's forked by 2D Engine. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up because I know I follow it. This one. So on GitHub, there's this repo called love.js. It's by this user 2D Engine. So you can see the URL at the top. I guess I can't make it any bigger, sorry. But anyway, this has everything you need to get a Love2D game published on web. Well, it has everything you need to make the web build. You still need to have a server to push it to, and you have to worry about making it web compatible, because there's some graphics processing things that don't work on web that do work normally. Like a lot of shader stuff needs to be changed if you're using that. But this is what I use to make all my Love2D web build games. Because if you go on chalicade.com/games, all of my games are there and they're playable in the browser. It's really convenient. GitHub is so useful, it totally is. One of my favorite sites. I use GitHub every single day. Now I'm gonna keep the umbrella. Ow. I guess I should have spent my bones while I was in town. I'm gonna buy some keys. I really need those. Oh, I buy keys up here. Oh, and there's newspapers. Queensbury Crypt. It's actually telling me which direction to go. Okay. I'm gonna buy one of these. And that's all I'm gonna buy. Wayne looks cool too, it does. I guess we'll use it right away. Right here. It's just brute force sometimes. There we go. Awesome. Oh, I don't remember what's in here. Oh no, it's like a combat room. The umbrella is impenetrable. There's no stopping me. Oh, no! I'm a genius. Fed up with programming? No, I'm just... So, I was playing this game, Mina the Hollower, this past week, and I'm just so inspired by it that I'm playing to show off some of the ideas that I was getting and some of the cool things that they do. This room already, like, look at the streaks. Oh, you can't really see it on the stream very well, but there's streaks on the orbs that are rotating the room. I kind of like these. Umbrella's really strong, if you know how to use it. Oh, I need a heal. This song's crazy. Whoa! This guy reminds me of a certain enemy from a certain game. There we go. Oh, this is who I was looking for. I'm in real bad shape. I don't have any vials. I'm out of vials. I ran out of vials. I need to go get one. No. I'm out of vials. I need to go get one. Where do I get one? Oh, that's so annoying. I'm out of vials. Star Tropics. I haven't. Oh, I'm sad. I had to do all this again. That's a bummer. Wait, where do I even go? Am I trapped? How do I get out of here? Because you need the girl to unlock some stuff. Oh, I can get out over here. Oh, come on. I'm sad. Oh, no! Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, I can spend my bones while I'm here, I guess. The Provisioner. She's nice. I am going to buy this. So now I have more health. Jumping and digging in a flat 2D game. It's a 3D engine. If that's true, that's crazy. I didn't hear about that. I would like to hear about how it was coded. Buy a vial. Oh, the vials refill whenever you respawn. But your weapon doesn't, and your SP doesn't. So I have no special weapon. My umbrella is gone. Okay, I have to do this again? Are you kidding me? Oh, I don't. I can just go. Woo! It's a custom 3D engine made for this game. Nice, interesting. I guess in a way, that's what my game is too, where like I have 3D concepts just implemented in the 2D engine. Okay, we're back. That wasn't that bad. Ah, let's get out of here. Rhymes with clean. Okay, she likes to clean things. Can she jump? She can jump. And she cleans. Off we go. Oh, she dug up a vial for me. I wish that she was able to do that earlier. Oh, it's gonna explode him. Oh my gosh. So that guy, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I need to be careful. Oh! I'm actually... Okay, there we go. That was close. And I have no special weapon. Where's the... Ah! That bomb... She keeps digging up bombs. She keeps digging up bombs. Oh, this is made in Unity? I didn't know that. Oh, Enter the Gungeon was made with a 3D engine. Interesting. I think under the hood, all of those... like, Unity has a 2D mode. Oh! I'm gonna get the others. Oh no, I lost a bone. Mini engine and relive, nice. I mean, that's not that different from what I'm doing. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Bones. Oh, video games are fun. I need to go down there, I see. I think I'll use Godot most of my game development career, but I do want to get better at Love 2D. I think that there's no need to feel too committed to any particular one, because once you know how to use one engine, it's pretty easy to pick up another one. Come on. Where do I go? Oh, I have to go through there, I see. Oh my gosh. Why is Moonshire delayed? I mean, it's just, there's been so many things that I keep changing directions on, so that is entirely my fault, but I'm more optimistic than ever before about the future of Moonshire and what I have plans for it. I really am excited. And in fact, playing Mina makes me even more excited. I'm new to game dev, I'm just in middle school. Wow, that's a classic. One note is that it's, we have a rule where you can't mention your age, so just be careful with that. Whoa! There we go. Just 40 minutes left to stream. Gonna play your new music? No, I'm not gonna be playing any new music. So the thing about music, by the way, is music publishing is really complicated and annoying these days. Where, before I share any music, it needs to actually be posted. Otherwise, there's a risk of it being like taken or it being inserted into like the content ID stuff, and I want to be careful not to let that happen. And the thing about ages is that, like, I'm happy that young people are watching the streams. I think that there are a lot of cool things that young people can glean, but just be careful when you talk about how old you are on the internet, because unfortunately, there's some creeps. There's some people on like Discord or in the comments of different videos and stuff. They're like, if you say that you're a young person, that sets off alarm bells. So just keep yourself safe and don't mention that stuff. Keep it to yourself, if that makes sense. So that's a rule that I have on my streams and in my Discord server and on Twitch and all that stuff. So just one thing to keep in mind. Let's go talk to that person that I saved. Protecting the community. You can only do your best. It's just a thing to help. You can only do so much, basically. I've heard one too many horror stories about some creep on Discord, you know. There's bad people all the time. Get things back in order. Okay. It's Halloween time. Internet sucks sometimes. It totally does. The rubble yields. Whoop, nope. Oh, well, maybe yes. This is the one that lets you restore your SP, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna save my bones. Off we go. I have 500. I'm gonna buy another key. But will he ever release Moonshire on PS5? I would consider that, but not anytime soon, unfortunately. Because every platform that gets released, it adds an immense amount of work. So I'm starting off with just Steam. And then after Steam, I'm gonna try and do mobile. And then after mobile, we'll see. It just depends on how things are received, if that makes sense. It can be tough. It can be tough publishing on anything. I would love to publish on Switch, publish on any platform, you know. The sprite size on these. This looks like a 16x16 game. The PC is to go for indies. Yeah, I feel that way. Yeah. Moonshire on your iPhone. That's something that could happen. Totally could. Uh-oh. That was dumb. Oh my gosh. The knockback is crazy for some of these enemies. It's ridiculous. Have I gone this way yet? I have. I need to go... I don't know where I need to go. Only mobile you play is Balatro? Hey, that's a good one. That is a good one. What's in here? What is this? Strategy Center. Okay. What do you have to say? Jumping's great. Sometimes the best way to hit something, like the sign, is to jump attack. Okay. Oh, weird. Burrowing won't keep you safe from all damage. Sometimes you gotta walk or jump. Okay. What do you say? I do like the crazy characters. Like, I do like a scientist frog. Mad Chirpy, hi, lurking while having some dinner, but I hope you're doing well, child kid. Thank you for that. Thank you for stopping in.
tried to make a business with his brother that just ported other people's games to whatever platform they wanted. They had some limited success earlier on, but eventually it fizzled out. That's cool. And like, actually, I was showing some of the numbers on that where that makes sense that you could do a business like that because it's a specialized skill. If you know how to do something, oh, how can I do this? I think I have to break the chest remotely with an axe. Whoa. Used to be awesome, now they're second degree brain rot. Yeah, I feel like they've kind of been that way for a bit. Same with like shorts and ads. It's kind of rough. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can use the axe to get to this thing over here. I don't think I can. That'd be too good. If I could just do this. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. Character art is really good, and this it totally is. I'm a big fan, and it's different too. Is that when I look at Moonshire's art, it's good too, but it's different. It's going for a completely different style, and my game has a lot more cheats in terms of not true pixel art because Mina is very close to true pixel art, but my game kind of cheats in a lot of ways. Bones. I never found this guy. I think that I have to go through the cave to get to the, wherever I'm going. Or I'm just gonna keep exploring. I'm gonna keep exploring and see what I find. Maybe I'll find something awesome. How we never question how grass grows back when we render a screen. I know. That's just the way the world works sometimes, I guess. I can't go up this way. Whoa. Oh. Is there any new weapon? I don't think so. Yeah, there's no new weapons. But I got my overpowered parasol again. Oh, come on. The looseness of Moonshire's art. Yeah, I agree. And someone mentioned earlier how it's more open. I think it is. That's definitely a big factor too. Oh, I can use this to skip. I can use this to skip the cave. I didn't even think about that. It seems obvious now. Oh my gosh, I'm getting owned. I'm trying to move this. Oh, you can't move it down the stairs. You actually can't use it to skip the cave. Never mind. There we go. Will you stream on Twitch tonight? No, I'm gonna stick to doing one stream a day. What I want to do is get on a schedule of doing 2 streams per week. But doing 2 in a single day, I don't think that I'm gonna be doing that anymore. So last week I streamed on Twitch on Friday, I think? And I loved it. I thought that was great. But yeah, 2 in a day I think is just not for me. Doing gameplay streams? Yeah, I would do that. But like, it's the same with that is that I think I would just do it on a different day than Monday. I think Monday's gonna be my Moonshire Monday, and then the other day can be something different. More vertical tiles. Feels a little crunched. I see what you mean, yeah. You're watching this on Twitch? I'm talking about tonight. Where is that? There is, whoops. Am I going the right way? I can't remember if this is the right way. Whew. This is the right way. Oh, I love video games. I love gaming. Moonshire. It is Moonshire Monday. Oh, I love this man. Sorry, I didn't mean to stab you.
pop it. 402. I'm not gonna buy that. I'm gonna just buy this key. Yahoo! Oh, there's something up here. No! Oh! I survived. I don't have any vials. What do we have here? We got some bones. Ooh, bones. Oh, I can't swim. Yeah, I can't do anything here. Getting stabbed. Yeah, it is nice. It doesn't really seem to play like those GB Zelda games. It is more combat focused, and I think that's that's kind of where it's a little limited. Is it has an old school control scheme. Oh, come on. But the gameplay and combat is pretty fast, which feels a little at odds with itself, if that makes sense. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. Let's open this bridge. Now I can go back to town easily. The music is pretty cool. It's so cool. I love it. I still haven't found any trinkets. You have all these trinkets, but I have 0. Okay, let's go... Where should I go? We're just gonna go right back where we were going. Did I talk about all the things that I wanted to talk about from my good and bad list? So we talked about the UI is good, puddles on the ground, dark in the shade, we talked about that. Chandelier on the ceiling. I can show that in a second. Sewer warp pipes. I can show both of those things right now, actually. Okay, so there's a few things I really like in this game that I want to show. Combo is least favorite part about Link's Awakening. That makes sense. Oh, I see. You have to use a key to unlock the sewer. That's fine. I'll do that. And you can go down. Whew! Yow! I love that. I love that. That is so much fun. But then also, actually, I can go up here now. What's up here? Would you deep dive in Lumentale? I don't know what that means. I saw something dark across the planet. Oh yeah, there's a telescope. Ah. Ah. You must read the paper. What? What did she say? I heard something lately. Someone slipped into the trinket owner's cellar. I didn't figure out how to do that. I beat this game and I didn't figure out how to do that. I was wanting to figure out. Oh, I remember. You can go down there. Woo! So many secrets. Oh, there's another secret down. I didn't even see that. Where are you right now? I just started. Oh my god, that's yeah, it actually worked. You scared me. I'm Clumpy D, and here's my joke. I just started the game just now. I played through the game already, but I'm playing another playthrough to kind of take notes. What's your favorite video game? I think my favorite video game is Pocopia. I really loved it. I loved Pocopia so much, and I loved it more than I was expecting to. So I see there's an exit to the bottom right, and there's also an exit to the upper left. Let's go there. I'm just gonna go ahead and say Pocopia is my favorite game. I really, really love Pocopia. Oh, I got the Steady Souls. Okay, I got my first trinket. And I don't know if what's this? Oh my gosh. I didn't know these were connected. That's crazy. As a monster tamer by the same team of Pokemon Xenoverse. Interesting, cool. I don't think I can afford anything here. This is gonna be too expensive. Yeah, 2K is too expensive. Which Moonshire Mondays will be on Twitch? I think that from now on I'm gonna have all of them on Twitch. So right now I'm multi-streaming, where I'm on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And it's working out nicely. I think it's cool that the chats are combined, and Twitch, I think, has made that policy more lax where I'm allowed to do that now. So let's go... Where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go back this way. Oh, but I am gonna put on those boots that I just unlocked. This makes me move normally on water, grass, stairs, and ice. Resist knockback, that's good. Chow Chat Sports YouTube and Twitch streams at the same time. Yes, it does. And in fact, I kind of want to flesh it out a little bit more. I'm hearing more people are streaming on Rumble, so I wanted to add Rumble support. And is there any other streaming sites that I should have Chow Chat support for? Because I'm personally not going to use Kick or Rumble. I only use YouTube and Twitch. But it would be nice to have support that, like, if people would use it. I would totally do that. I'm wondering, do I want to... I don't think I want to do that yet. We're gonna go this way. We're in Spookyville. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's stream on Kick, only stream on Kick. It depends. I can think of a couple that do Twitch and Kick. Oh, Umbrella, nice. What do you say? Yes, I got my mighty umbrella. Oh, this guy's scary. Oh! Oh no, he's too scary. He's gonna kill me. Dang it. That was not good. This area before Queensbury Crypt. Yeah, it's what is it? This is Grassland, but this is leading into Mourner's Mile. That's right. I remember now. Okay, let's just not be so quick. Let's be a little bit more methodical. How about that? If there was a dodge roll, personally, yes, I think the game would be. But that's a personal preference. And this is the thing, they designed the game around not having a dodge roll. Oh, I lost my umbrella. So if they added a dodge roll, it would change a lot of things. But when you have a Souls game without a dodge roll, it kind of feels a little bad. And it has a dodge. The burrowing definitely counts as a dodge. It's just a little less. It's not as consistent, or it takes a long startup time, basically. Okay, I didn't actually need to go this way. Oh, I did. I got 200. I got my umbrella back. Every game would be better with a dodge roll. In general, yeah. Especially Tetris. Oh my gosh, scary man. Now give me... Oh, he didn't give me any bones. I think I can get across this, right, if I use the umbrella? Yeah. That was my Princess Peach moment. Remake Tetris as a Souls-like, I'd play it. I hate that clown. I hate him too. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't even know this was here. I didn't know that you could do this. Whoa. That is awesome. I see another secret. I didn't know that this was here either. Look at this. I guess it's not really that interesting, but still. This shortcut here is really nice. I didn't know about this at all. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna do defense. What about live streaming in Steam? They do offer that. Yeah, I would do that. I've watched streams on Steam before. Wake up. Oh my gosh. He's taking forever. Ah, jeez. That's not even necessary. You can just like walk by him. Yeah, shield guys in general are kind of rough. I'm not gonna go that way. I can't do anything in there anyway. Oh. Wow. This is weird. What's up here? Oh man, this is gonna be hard. I remember this. Okay, I need to reset that. This is on my list of annoying mechanics. I do not like darkness mechanics. Should I learn C# as a beginner so I can use Unity? I think it's worth trying. In general, I just recommend trying out whatever you're interested in. And C# is certainly a good one. I think that's a great choice. Okay, I don't want to screw this up, because I don't like this. God, I don't like darkness. It's not, I just don't like it. Darkness doesn't really work for me. Like, I understand the point that they're trying to go with this, but I just find it really tedious. Okay, but I got through it without taking damage, I think. Okay. But, dude, I'm just so into this game. I already played through this. I already beat it. But I'm just so into it. I really, really like it. I do wish, like, I like it so much. That's why, when a game has things that annoy me, this not good section, that's why it frustrates me so much, is because, like, I think you guys can see with me that this game is really good. It has such amazing charm and style, and everything about it is great. But these issues start to pile up for me. Like, this is more than a few things that get on my nerves. And there were some parts of the game where I was just getting so annoyed having to, like, wait through all the Mario 3 scrolling rooms, and there's all these time-based things you have to wait for, like the wind and the lightning. There's so much, like, knockback that you can get pushed into pits, and when you respawn, you don't respawn with your weapon at first, you don't respawn with SP either. It reminds me of Silksong, how when you die in Silksong, you don't respawn with all of your tools, you have to remake them, and sometimes you can run out of resources and you have to go grind. And I didn't really have to grind in this game, but there were a few points where I was like playing without SP just because I didn't have any, and it felt artificial. I didn't like that. These other issues aren't really that big of a deal. Like, it's a little annoying to retrieve sidearms. I think the towers are a little annoying, but these are not that big of a deal. Some bugs, and we talked about these other things. So really, these aren't that big of problems. I still give this game like an 8 or 9 out of 10. I love it. But when the annoying aspects start to pile up, I start to notice. I can't help but notice. Oh, nice. I'm going the right way. Look at this. These are my favorite parts. Yeah. That could be improved. That makes sense. I understand. The game's art is so good. It is so awesome. I love it. Looks like the Shovel Knight Tower. Yeah, a little bit. It makes sense that they would have some inspiration, or have some overlap there. I love this music. It's so, like, Castlevania themed. I'm gonna save those bones. I got an umbrella already. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna try and, like, get through this as fast as I can, because I remember this pretty closely, I think. And also, I feel a little bit more competent with the swords. I feel good with the swords. I feel like I know what I'm doing. A secret shovel knife boss in there? If there is, I don't know about it. But when I beat the game with only 62% completion. And I did a ton of side stuff. But there's still so much I missed. Woohoo! We'll heal. Seems worth the 20 bucks. Oh, it's so worth the 20 bucks. I definitely recommend this game. I love it. I don't think I can hit him. Oh, I can. Yeah, nice. Nice, look at that. I created perfect well, yeah, I analyzed perfect character controls. They will also release DLCs. I would love that. That'd be great. Yeah, I suppose the title of the stream, I'm not really creating perfect controls. I'm analyzing them to make sure that mine are good. Oh! Get back here. Yes! Oh, I got him. Yes! I think I missed some of those bones, though. Bone up! Should I wait or should I do sidearms? I think I'll do sidearms. Once Moonshire comes out, I'm not sure. I keep saying under $10, and that is still true. It'll definitely be under $10. It's not gonna be $20. I can say that with 100% confidence. It will be $10 or less. I keep just, like, tanking those hits. And I got this ability where I can dash now. Whoa, I, like, knock some backs. With the Yacht Club didn't play it safe with another platformer. Yeah. A favorite area in the game. I will say the big fish. There's a big fish, and I like the big fish. But, you know, I like this area a lot, too. And I like another one. I don't want to spoil anything. The last area has some of my favorite music in the game. Nice. Oh, I'm finding so much stuff. Price like gas, $9.99. Yeah, I mean, exactly. that has potential. It's like that's technically true. I'm being a little bit spicy right now. I need to be careful. I'm gonna keep the axe. I'm struggling a little bit more with the combat than I am the platforming. Oh man, he jumps so high. He jumps over your attack. Get stabbed. Yes. Bone up. Let's see what's over here. Oh, I remember this. There's a shortcut. Dude, I'm like blasting through this. I'm feeling so good. Woohoo! Okay, this is just a shortcut. Nice, nice. Awesome. Look, I'm back at town. Is there anything I can spend bones on? I don't think I have enough money to spend it on anything. I'm gonna check.
Ultra Needham, I already answered that. My favorite area in the game, probably... Oh, it's like repeating that same message for some reason. But there's a big sandfish here, or later on. How many hours in are you? Like, this is just the beginning of the game. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Because I don't think that it's, I don't think that it's appearing in Challenge Chat, is it? Just the beginning? This is just the beginning. I think I'm like an hour and a half in. I'm checking to see if there's anything I can spend my money on. I have a good one. Just admiring your nice bones. Well, that's nice. Let's buy a little thing. How much money do I got? I can buy... I'm gonna buy this. More health. Nice. That's good. Okay. We're gonna go right back to where we just were. Oh, you know what? I bet I can get his flag down by using the axe that I'm holding. Or not his flag, his kite. How do I get over to his kite? How do I get over there? Oh, I can get over there right now because I unlocked this. Yeah, I can just go over there. Like this. Nice! Yes, it worked! I didn't get this my first playthrough. Picking up jewels restores some plasma. That's amazing. This is a really good one. Poor kid. I'm gonna go talk to him and see what he says. Oh, he just has it back. Combat will reflect the combat in Mina. I think that it's gonna be better. I think that my combat will be better than Mina. So earlier in the stream, I was talking about the pros and cons, because personally, I feel like the restricted attack direction is enough that my game has an advantage. Where in Moonshire, you're able to attack and do combat in any direction. Like if someone's in a diagonal to you, you can still hit them, and that's pretty major. The other thing is that Mina is based around having the burrowing mechanic where you do a full jump and then the dodge happens after the full jump completes, which I think my game is going to have more of an instant dodge because something about that feels nice. Why am I on both YouTube and Twitch? I don't know. Just to feel what the difference is like, just to get a branching out the audiences a little bit, I guess. Also, I just like testing chat. So the chat software you see above my head is custom software that I made myself. And I do want to make sure that it works through multi-streaming. I'm having fun playing this game, so I might just keep going until I beat this area. Have more viewers right now on YouTube or Twitch. Definitely on YouTube. I actually don't know how many I have on either. I haven't checked. With my streaming setup, it's kind of hard to see what my metrics are. They're all spread around. Oh, I need to put on that relic I just unlocked. Ooh. I don't need this. Whoops. I don't need that. I want this. Picking up jewels restores some plasma. Foes hit by sidearms can drop jewels. You're like my favorite game dev. Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. I'm gonna clip this. So picking up jewels. That's so good. That's a really good ability. I remember some of the secrets here, like this one. Oh, no way. Upgrade throwing dagger. Hold square to charge and then toss. Whoa.
That's so cool. That's so perfect for what I'm using. Like, I'm already using the daggers, and I just got the dagger upgrade. What controller am I using? I'm using a PS5 controller. I love the sound effects. I like the whip better. I like them both. I like the whip. You know what? I like the whip for bosses because getting that reach is really helpful for the bosses. And then I like the sword for regular enemies because the sword knocks you back, and I think that's helpful. Whoops. I want that skull. Woo! Okay. I need some plasma. There we go. Just to help out. Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. Yeah, normally PC games have been really good where they can handle any controller. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna come up the steps. Moonshire, my game, is able to handle any controller. I remember, Wolf, you actually tested it out with the box, which is awesome. Can I go under these, or do I have to jump over them? I don't think it matters. Do I want the axe, or do I want the dagger? I'm gonna do the dagger. Dude, I am gaming. You've never seen gaming quite like this before. About controller support? I do! Yeah, I did. I remember that. And the thumbnail is a picture of me holding a PS5 controller, but it's just my hands. I was like a hand model. Who remembers what game this mechanic is from? You pick up the head, and then it creates a scary ghost. I love that. Reminds me of a certain Mario game. Yup. Mario 2, yep. Oh, whoops, I thought I could walk up the steps. So sometimes the perspective screws me up. Oh. Whoops! Ah, dang it. Ah! I'm being a little bit too spicy. Woo. Okay, I'm in good shape. I think that there's something in here. Oh yeah, getting jewels restores plasma. That's so good. I can't believe I missed the entire game without that. That's really, really awesome. And Moonshire to Mina, genuinely, and I don't just mean this because I'm conceited, I genuinely think that my pseudo 3D system is a little bit better than Mina's. Mina's feels very constricted by its 8-bitness, by its like old school retro style. It feels very flat. So for example, how I have all these platforms here, how you can like walk behind them, it has this 3D-ness to it that Mina doesn't have. Also, there is nowhere in Mina where you can do this, where you can like jump up platforms and there's like multiple levels of elevation. There are multiple levels of elevation in Mina, but it's much more restricted. And I think that my game has an edge in terms of the physics engine. But Mina has an edge in terms of its cohesive aesthetic. Oh, what the heck? I'm gonna buy this. The key. Oh, there's the mirror. I was wondering where this was. I was trying to find this. Dude, come on, look at this. There's a hidden wall that you can go under, but you can't see it. I guess they do signal it from the other side over there. That's fine. But I was looking for this mirror the entire game, and I never found it. Because if you walk into the mirror, a little secret. Game made from a team, because it's kind of harsh to compare a team game to a solo game. This game was made by a team of 12 people. It was made by a team of 12 people. So it started off as a hobby game by one of the main guys, but over time it grew in scope, and they needed more people, or they put everyone at Yacht Club on this game for a while. So 12 people was the core team, and I think they also contracted other work as well. So it's more than a solo project, much more. Alec Faulkner, yeah, that's the name. 12 is not too much. You're right. 12 is not too much. They did an amazing, like, genuinely, this is super good for 12 people. That's insane. Uh-oh. I never found this. I love the art silence area. Me too. I love the music too. Look, you can see like the stars in the background. That's cool. No indie game is really solo. Not really. There's always some work involved. But even if you're using, even if you're solo and you're using Unity, a team of people work on Unity to make the game possible. Whoa! Did I find this? He stares at you blankly, his head slightly ajar. Points to his hefty head. You're missing your brain. Oh, there's a brain! I love that. Okay, let's go get his brain. Whoop! Come on, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, sorry, I was looking at chat again. This is kind of annoying, like I don't even know how to get that now. What the heck? That's so annoying! Mina looks limited. Yeah, I don't understand what you mean. Oh. There you go. Hey, he gave me bones. Bark, bark, bark. That doesn't seem right. Okay. Well, that's weird. Oh. Oh, okay. I love this. Take this. Hey. Brr. Ah, magnificent. My intellect is superior. I see it now. The 6 bestium stones must be gathered together. Oh. I actually know what that means. There are bestium stone jam. Yeah, you can totally jam. I should make it so that when the music player is off, you can jam to any song. Oh no, I can't go through there. Oh right. Okay, this is the manor. By the way, I'm gonna keep going probably for another half an hour until I beat the dungeon, and then I'm gonna be done. Well, is there something I should buy while I'm here? I have 1,000. No, I'm gonna keep going, because then I can level up. Fight the enemy. This guy's hard. I will try. I will do it just for you, guy. Just for you guys. He's not easy, though. This is a good weapon for him, though. Oh! Look how much damage he did! That's ridiculous! I got so much plasma from the jewels, though. I can't believe I never got that kite ability. I need more jewels. I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh! Yeah, 400 bones. You're looking at a good gamer. Why haven't I heard you took for funding for my game? Oh, I don't need funding for the game. So that's a good question, and that's something that By the way, this puzzle here, where you can see the stars in the background, love this. Super, super awesome. Use the umbrella, I should have. I fund the game myself. So, people were asking earlier, is this my full-time job? And the answer is like, yes, but also I don't make money from selling games or anything. I'm self-funded. I'm able to pay for the game because I just saved up the money for it. And it took a long, long time. And I still live super frugally. I live well below my means, you could say. And that's how I'm paying for the game, is that I'm literally just like going in the red every single month. But I have the comfort to do that at the moment. Like I spend a lot of time working up to be able to do that. And then over time, I'm going to monetize the channel more. I'm going to monetize the games. I'll monetize my courses better. And it'll reach a point where it'll become profitable. But right now it's not, and that's okay. So hopefully that makes sense. A Kickstarter is totally something I could do, though, if I needed to. So, like, legitimately, that is something that could happen. Where if in the future I am working on this game and, like, something crazy happens, some emergency, or I just run out of money. I need money to pay my bills. Like, I have a one-bedroom apartment, and it costs $1,200 per month just to rent it. So I need to make at least $1,200 per month. I have to have that coming in, and if I don't, then I'm screwed. I get kicked out. I'm homeless, and that's not an option. So, oh come on, sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought because I'm doing a bunch of things at once. Oh my gosh, I hate getting knocked back into the pits. I keep reading chat. I'm sorry about that. I don't have any vials either. Sorry, I'm like reading chat and trying to talk at the same time. Anyway, if I ran out of money, I doing a Kickstarter totally could work. Funding can delegate it. That's a good point. And that's the other thing. If I wanted to delegate it, then I could. If you're reading this, you're not locked in exactly. I keep screwing up. Because I want to beat this dungeon and I'll be done with the stream. And look, I lost my weapon again. I don't have any weapon now. That's not a fun mechanic. I don't really like that at all. Is there like a safe spot somewhere? Oh, it's over there. Come on. I'm trying to skip this. Give away a sizable percent of games revenue with a publisher involved. Yeah, I don't have a publisher either. So, like, all the things that you're discussing are legitimate things that you have to consider when you don't have money. When you don't have money, you need to have money so that you can pay your bills, and that's the purpose of a Kickstarter or a publisher, is so that you can live while the game gets made. Because while you're making a game, you don't make any money. So the publisher handles the finances during that phase, and whoops. And that's why they take such a big cut, because they're fronting all the development costs. Oops, this is the wrong way. Oh my gosh. I'm screwing up really badly. I'm a fool. I'd have to carry a head back through. Post a version for like $5. That's certainly something I could do. Is there something over here? What's all this about? Spooky! Yes. This doesn't look like Moonshire. I know. I'm so obsessed with Mina. I had to do it. But earlier in the stream, CG Kraz, I was doing a comparison between some of the features in Mina versus some of the features in Moonshire, where I was directly comparing some of the like subpixel movement and the jumping, how the physics is different, the levels of elevation, how Mina has 2 levels of elevation sometimes. But my game really does have a full series of elevations where you can go as high up as you really want. And Mina does have that as well, but it's very flattened, almost like it's a puzzle. A puzzle, if that makes sense. Now it's just Mina playthrough. At this point, yeah. Yeah, I'm just having fun. This is what happens when you have fun, is you end up playing video games. I don't need any of those bones. Woo! Oh, that gives you bones when you do that. That's nice. Oh! I'm just like, oh, I have to kill these guys. Okay, I have to... Oh, that's so annoying, dude. I'm getting owned by this guy. When your character jumps between layers, the shadow clips on the floor. Yeah, that does. That's a really good call out. Is that because the game has multiple points of elevation, it really is a noticeable problem when you walk off a cliff where you can see the shadow pop down on the ground level, because there's a moment when like the player is directly above the ground versus above the platform. It is something that I want to work on at some point. You're totally right about that. Whoa. There we go. The final stairwell. Oh, I remember this. Oh, I can't do this because the NPC won't be there. I'm just gonna skip it. There's like a little mini boss fight over there. Whoops, I fell. That was dumb. That was a good skip. Bone up! More attack. Yes. Man, this game is really fun when you, like, really understand the mechanics. I'm just gonna finish the dungeon. I'm not gonna do that side thing. Whoop. Okay, I got an axe. I got 3 vials. I'm in good shape. I'm in good shape. Imagine Microsoft Copilot appears when playing Mina the Hollower. I would be so upset if I just accidentally clicked Windows C. I think I prefer the dagger, so I'm gonna do that. The headless statue somehow looks even more regal than the others. Oh, I'm not at the boss yet. This is not done. Oh. Alrighty. Going this way. I don't remember specifically what I'm supposed to do. I remember you. Let's go. Everyone loves a good escort quest. An escort. Escort. Oh, this is taking some concentration. Because if the purple guy gets hit, he like runs away. There we go. Is there something down here? Oh, there is. You need a head for the Duchess. Yeah, I remember that now. Uh-oh. Whew. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the vials are healing, but you have to have enough plasma in order to heal from them. Get over here. No. Yes. Okay. 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 This isn't. I still need to go get the head. I can't remember where the head is at. I'll find it though. Whoops. Bone up. I guess I'll go ahead and do that now. Where is that head? Is it back here? Because I think he just stays there. That's good. Oh, that's such an annoying guy. Where would the head be? It's not over here. I don't think. I don't think it's this way either. So it must be back. Whoops. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, I probably have to carry it up from here. Oh, where would that be? Oh, I need to heal. Whew! It has to be down here somewhere, where you have to like move it around this whole obstacle course. Oh, is it here? No. I was already here. A gamer level god? I don't know about that. I'm kind of a little lost right now. I'm just kind of exploring to see where I can find that head at. Maybe it's back down here. I don't think it's through this though. Do you have to fight this guy? Oh, maybe you do. I thought this was optional. Oh, the knife is like the best weapon for this. I don't have any vials. I need to be careful. Oh, you can knock the knife like second time. That's crazy. Come on, don't die. No! No! Look how close I was! I was so close. I'm aware that I'm 20 minutes past. I'm okay with going for an extra little bit. No, I have to go all the way back down there again? Is that? I don't even know if that's the right direction I'm supposed to go. Because I thought that's just like a what is happening? Why is it not working? That's so obnoxious, dude. It's in the room? Oh, you don't? It's in the room? It's in the same, like the final room? Leading up to the Duchess? Oh, okay, well thank you for for pointing that out. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I don't want to fight that boss. I wanted to just finish it. Oh, behind a broken wall. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh man, it was here the whole time. I like wasted 10 minutes. Is this a modern game? Yeah, this came out this last week. Oh, it's in this room, right? I remember now. It's just like here. Dude, come on. Is that fun? Like, is that fun to put it there? I don't know if that's fun. I don't know about that. I'm just gonna say, not a fan of that placement. Woo. Easy peasy. Oh, I tried to heal, and that was too raunchy. Woo! What? Come on. I'm a little annoyed by these hitboxes. Just a wee bit. And I need to be careful healing, because I need to heal. Oh, okay, I healed. My ironing board fell. Come on. Yes! Yes! Dude. Yes! First try. Yahoo! Do the bosses in Mina give you some inspiration? Some of them are pretty good. There was a couple that had really good set pieces I liked. GG. And I'll go ahead and do the final sequence too, because there's like a gimmicky 3D section that we'll check out. I think that boss is pretty good. I like that boss. Because that boss isn't too big. What? Okay, so you have to climb the tower. Yo! I feel really slow. This reminds me of Deltarune Chapter 4. Yeah, okay, first try. Boom. It's the end of the game. No, this is the end of the first dungeon. But this is probably going to be the end of the stream because that was a good stopping point. I've just restored the first spark generator, but the fight to reach it has left me battered and breathless. The Marshal of Ossix was right. Monsters prowled the tower's grounds, and the very earth around it was twisted and foul. But destroying these machines would be the worst thing we could do, unleashing something far greater than the horrors I had faced. What percent of the game? This is like 20%. We must press on until every last one is saved. Maybe less than 20%, probably like 10%. Releasing a devlog. When I have the level editor working is what the next devlog is going to be about. I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a good one. This is going to be me after the stream. And off we go. What a lovely conclusion. I'm just gonna go. And that's it. Full level editor, not what you have now. Well, so what I have now is, what I'm working on, is the game is going to be built not through a tile editor, but through, like, these I'm trying to explain it properly. In a level editor with tiled, which, by the way, Mina the Hollower was made with tiled. Every map that you see in Mina is a map kind of like this. This is an old school Legend of Lua map, but this literally is just like you take the tiles from down here and then you place it into the scene and then you just draw an area. And that's how Mina was developed, and this is how my games were developed. That's how Moonshire Steam was made. But I'm changing it. I'm changing it so that instead of using a tile editor that's different from the game, you build the levels from within the game, and it's able to determine where the tiles go, you know, based on where you set, like, blocks. Think of it kind of like Minecraft, where you can set down different blocks in different areas to build the different platforms that you're on. So that's what I'm working on, and the next devlog is going to be about that. It's going to be awesome. That would mean Mina the Hollower was made in a framework. No, Mina was made in Unity, I think, but with Unity, you can still use... All that tile does is it gives you a convenient workflow for putting tiles down into a scene. And Unity probably has a level editor as well that could do the same sort of thing. It's not Unity, it is Custom Engine. Okay. Someone earlier mentioned Unity. I thought that it was... I don't know why I thought that. Here, well, I'm going to look up some details about Mina the Hollower so that I am a little bit better informed about it. What engine was Mina the Hollower made in? Oh, right, we were talking about Gungeon. That's right, my bad. A custom built 3D engine. That's right. Cool, that's awesome. Yeah, that was my bad. I misremembered that. We were talking about Gungeon. I remember that now. Okay, but yeah, on that note, I'm ready to call it quits. It was a very, very good stream. Thank you for sticking with me. It was really nice. When will the devlog come out? I'm not quite sure. In a couple weeks, and once I get this level editor a little bit more solid and I have more to show, but I want it to be really, really good. But it was an awesome stream. Thank you so much for being here. Like Butterfly, Buffalo, Bayron, OODev. Thank you so much. And the people on Twitch as well. Ultra Needham, Choco Tuesday, Wolf. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the support. Enjoy the McDonald's. Thank you. I will. I definitely will. It is McDonald's Monday, and that's what I'm going to be up to today. Have a nice day. Thank you. Tidge Leafa, Future 34. I will see you all next week for yet another Moonshire Monday. Bye, everyone.